Before you came round, my heart would never beat much faster. Before you came round, I was ready to slow down. Before you came round, I was heading for a small disaster.
Okay guys, so welcome back everybody. We're actually gonna do a mini kit for us to try out, guys. This is a printable kit. It's a really old kit that I've been hoarding for like a year or two, guys, that I haven't been able to use, and I feel so guilty about it, guys. So these is the pieces that come with it. Like I said, this is an old kit, so she changed her format several times, so it does not look like this anymore. But I love the kit, and I love the way she made it back then, so I kind of like hoarded it for a little bit. Yeah, I know. I liked it so much. I'm sorry, it actually comes with 3 pages. I liked it so much that I actually ordered 2 of them, which, as you can tell, I kind of used a little bit of one of them. So we're gonna use this. Since it has a little small washi, I'm trying to decide whether I should use the pineapple washi, which used to be so hip back in the days, guys. Let's see if you guys can see it. All right, kind of. There you go. Or a flower washi with kind of like a gold foil on it. So we'll see what I use. Hopefully you guys will like to stay. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys take off, and then we'll see you. Let's get ready to plan. Alright guys, so I did start it with this bottom washi. I decided to choose the pineapple one, but at the end I kind of decided it was a little too dark, and then I changed it, which I change my mind all the time, so you guys by now are kind of used to it. The bottom washi, it's actually from the kit. This kit is meant to be used for a personal size planner. So like I said, this is an old kit. I bought it about a few years ago, so that's why it's a little bit different. She doesn't have this layout anymore. She changed a lot. Her style has changed and developed a lot, which is pretty great. I know she uses foils now, which I'm not that much into it. I know it's horrible. Like one of the only persons who is not that into foil, but I don't know. I haven't gotten into it. And it's funny because this washi has a little bit of foil in it. So hey, there's a little bit of foil for you. I did put in the stay covers. These are not from the kit. Like I said, it was a small kit, so they are from Planningchoco. But her printable, kind of like neutral colors, because she has some that are a little bit more over flashy colors, but I didn't really like those. I put in on my sidebar, I put in the full box on the side, and then the flower washi, and then the important header along with the weekly checklist underneath it. I decided to layer a little bit more of the washi, and then to track my exercise, which, let's be honest, I didn't do much of it. I did put it on the side, and this is where I decided to change the washi because it was a little too dark for me. I think the rose washi kind of like fit in a little bit better. So I like the way it looks a little bit better. I put in this washi from the kit just to gather a little bit of the space that I had, and then I put another tracker to track down my kids' reading, which kind of forgot to track as well. And I decided to put a little bit of washi because it looked a little too much. I decided to use a little bit of and this is where I fix it, and then you can actually see what I'm actually doing. I'm so horrible at this, guys. I promise I'll get a little bit better. This glitter headers, I'm sorry, they're from STICKWITHMEshop, part of one of her mystery kits. I think it was a mystery kit, either a mystery kit or a Christmas kit, one of the two. Decided to put the washi so I can put in the weekend header at the end. I decided to do this first. I'm not sure why, but I think I like that washi a little too much, and then I decided to like use it as much as possible in the spread, which I tend not to use washi that much, so I was glad that I ended up using a little bit of it. This was one of the coldest weeks when we were in Oklahoma, guys, so I think prior week I was feeling not so good, so I started the Monday a little harsh. I decided to rest since the kids weren't gonna have any school because it was I think it was like kind of like a snow day, something like that. I used this Panda the Bear from, what's the name of it? Hold on, let me grab my sticker binder so I can see what the name of the kid is. Not the kid, the sticker shop, and I don't know what it is. Okay, I'll link it down below so that you guys don't spend so much time listening to me looking for a sticker name. I will know that I was gonna look for it without the camera, so I kind of did. STICKWITHMEshop, one of my favorite shops. It's amazing. I think one of a planner. She was actually talking about. She did a whole video. I'll go ahead and link her plan with me. No, actually, it was a haul. I'll link it down below. She spent a few minutes talking about the shop and how amazing it is to purchase from her because it's kind of like getting the lottery because it sells out. I'm sorry, so fast that sometimes you can't even get it, and once you get it, you're like all super excited. And she was talking about it. How it's amazing and it's worth it, and it is worth it, and it feels nice to support one of those shops that, I mean, she's a great person to what I see. I don't personally know her because she lives in Canada, I believe, but it's awesome. And I'll get back to talking about the plan with me. All right, so I did use her Tofu the Panda just to mark that I was dressed in the morning. I used a piece of the washi and then this no school, I believe this one is for paper and gumption. And then I did the to-do header right underneath it just to mark that I had to sweep, I had to do dishes, and I had to organize my room just a little bit. I did do a little bit of YouTube bench because I wasn't feeling that well and I wanted to like kind of like treat myself a little bit. And then I put in this full box underneath it, and then I put in a page flag and an icon right on top of it just to mark down that I had to post in Instagram. And then I wrote down that I had to exercise. Well, I was marking down the exercise for the week, which I didn't in the kids items. I kind of did not touch the side button anymore, guys. After this, you won't see it until the end, and I feel ashamed, but sometimes you get those weeks that you are so motivated and you want to track everything down, and then sometimes you get those weeks that you kind of like have to get out of bed and do what you have to do. Starting out with Tuesday, I did put in my morning shake because I'm still trying to lose some weight, and I knew that I was going to do it for Wednesday too, so I went ahead and marked that down as well. I put in a page flag on Tuesday, and then this beautiful girl, this is a new shop that I recently purchased from. Well, back in the days I purchased from, but I hadn't gotten around to use it, and her shop name is Kaylee's Papery. She's pretty awesome. I love the quality of her paper. It's awesome, and she actually hand draws. Oh, I'm Mexican, guys. You'll understand. Her own design, so it's awesome. I'm supporting somebody who has artistic abilities that I lack of a lot. I decided to print and cut some stickers for myself, and then I treated myself to some coffee, which, not gonna lie, it was pretty delicious. I put in a to-do header right underneath it, and then a checklist from, this is not from the kid, it's I think it's from another printable shop that I can't remember at the moment, but the checklist, I mean, and I kind of try to like even everything out because it was a little bit on the messy crooked side. Hey, I didn't say cricket. That was awesome. And then I marked down that my husband had to go to Texas for a trip, so I marked that down because he was gonna be home really late, so wanted to make sure that I wrote it down. I had to do the dishes, kids' homeworks, I had to clean my desk, and then I had to put some lunches, and then I remember that I had to do a one more run to buy a little bit of groceries, so I marked that down with the piece of washi. I think it's the wallet, maybe the wallet, and then I just mark the rest of it down. Moving on to Wednesday, I already told you guys about the morning shake, and then I went ahead and I don't really like writing right next to the coil, so I tend to like do it off camera sometimes. But I did work. I want to mark down the work clothes early because, like I said, it was one of the worst and the coolest days in Oklahoma, and we had to be there to share with everybody. Of course we had to. Put in the bottom a little bit of that washi that I love so much right underneath it to mark down that my kids had no school, and I used another one of Kaylee's Papery Girls, which that's kind of how I look like that day. It was really cold. I mean, I enjoy the cold. I like it a lot more than summer, by a lot, but this kind of cold, I had never experienced it before, so it was just crazy to think about of how cold it was. Same script from Monday. I used it from Paper and Gumptions, and then I decided to put in my full box right underneath it. We didn't really do anything much on the rest of the day. So I did put in the full box, like I said, and then underneath it I put in a half box with the popcorns icons from the kid, and then a family movie, which we ended up watching movies all night, or most of the night, until bedtime. You know what I mean if you have kids. Family movie is from BEaYOUtifulPlanning, which you'll see like I said right now. She's also a printable shop. I'm thinking, and I talked about this about creating this video last week, but I will be creating a video. I'll be putting like an extra fun video just to show you guys my favorite shops so far. That list kind of grew a little bit, so I'll try to like update it a little bit as I go. I put it on Friday and Thursday. I messed the days up, guys. I noticed like at the end, you'll see when I notice, but I decided to just leave them like that because I don't have any undo, and I keep telling myself that I'm gonna buy some undo, but I forget to buy any undo. I went ahead and put in the washi underneath it that I love so much. Page flag from the kid, this girl from Kaylee's Papery, which she looks a lot nicer than I looked that day, and then the no school script from Paper and Gumptions right underneath it, just to mark all that down. And then I put the don't forget because I had to do a few things in there. Heart checklist is actually from the kid as well. And then I put in this, you'll see me put in this cute girl from TheGlamPlanner, which I used to be signed up for her. I don't know what she calls her girls. I completely forgot. I'm so horrible at naming things. This is why I'm gonna link everything down below. But she's holding the YouTube sticker box thing at the bottom. So I put in that the 3 little things, and I had to film, edit, and then I had to upload, which I didn't end up uploading because I had to do the voiceover, and you'll see me handle that on Thursday, which is Friday, which is marked down. I think this is the time that I actually noticed that I did it, and I was so mad because I did it. I put in this page flag just to start with the day, and then I put the no school because once again we had no school for that day as well because it was so cold. It was, anybody who lived through this and lived in Oklahoma, it was pretty bad. I'm going like really slow. I should have spit this video up so that you guys don't have to listen to my blubbering around kind of a deal. And this is when I decided to put in my girl from TheGlamPlanner, just to mark down that I did the voiceover, and then I also put a piece of the washi that came with the kid just to mark it down. I put in a to-do header because I had to do a few items. I had to do some dishes, store my clothes, clean my room, and then I had to mop. Underneath it I put that I had to pay the bill due, sticker from the kid, and then I put the 2 littles with the wallets on the side that I had my Old Navy and then my Amazon bill as well. Right underneath it we actually had this is the day that we celebrated our Valentine's Day, so we ended up going to Olive Garden with the kids and having a really nice dinner to celebrate last week's. I don't know what I was looking for. I think I wanted to mark down if it was my birthday or how long I had to my birthday. I put in a half box and I had to do some printing cutting. This is kind of like my me time. This is the day that I do whatever I want, and I wanted to print and cut that day to have a little bit of stickers, which they made me pretty happy. I didn't have another full box, so I ended up kind of like putting all the washi together to create a full box, which I am not that good at puzzles, so, and I didn't have any undo, so thank God I kind of like didn't mess up that much. You might find a little bit of craziness if you're like into no crooked stuff and all that. Put in the to-do header right on top, and then on the bottom of the mimic full box that I had in there, and then the 3 heart checklist or ombre checklist that I had. I had to take some pictures of my planners because I was sadly I was selling some of them. I had to post them on Facebook, pay the bills, and then I just had to double check, kind of like talk to my dogs a little bit, because this is the week that we didn't have the dogs anymore, so I kind of like we called them and wanted to talk to them. I know it's crazy. I'm a mom dog, or dog mom, besides that real kid mom. On Sunday, I actually started with the bottom up. I put in the 3 heart checklist to make sure that I marked down that I had to send out the planners that I had sold. I had to clean the kitchen and then the dishes, and then I put in a to-do header right on top of it. Then I moved to the top of it just because I'm crazy like that, and then I put in the morning shade that I took, and then I created another one of those washi. I think it's the same one. Oh no, I thought it was the same one, but no, I'm just kidding. Just to create it. I think I did a pretty okay job to be so horrible at puzzling. I put 2 washes just to mark down that 2 pieces of washi just to mark down that I had to pack some lunches for the kids, and then I did put in this pack lunch sticker from Paper and Gumptions, which I love so much. And then I thought it was a little bit too much white space in between the full box and the washi, and then I went ahead and just put in a little bit one more piece of washi just to mark down. And this is how my week looks for February, guys. I hope you like it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe. This is what I had left over with the kids. Like I said, I used too many kids for that just because I'm crazy like that. And then this is the sheet that I had from Kaylee's Papery, which I love. I was trying to like focus it, but we'll see you next week, guys, next Saturday.